My whole life, I always knew I was special. Even with no remainders, I could always move a decimal. Money on my mind while the girls that made un beso. Hustlers in my blood and it's running through my vessels. Just trying to clear the threshold, just trying to make a way. In my race against time, I could see an early grave. School to prison pipeline, 12 years a slave. Suspension and detention is conditioned for a cage.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is Stevenson clowns Valdez on his workout video. So Valdez posted a workout video to Twitter, and Shakur Stevenson got wind of the video and decided to respond to it. So let's share it. So this is the workout video, and Shakur Stevenson said, "Hey, champ, make sure your coffee is clean. We don't want the tea situation to happen all over again." So basically, this is a mute that just because for that little clip they'll claim our video. But yeah, you see Valdez is playing. Today was a good day by Ice Cube. So that looks nice. It's like a nice place to go for a run. And you see Valdez, after taking a sip of that tea, going for his run. So somebody decided to add their 2 cents, and that person is Jake Paul. You see Jake Paul replying to Shakur Stevenson. He said, "LOL, his meat got steroids in it." Laughing, crying emoji. We know that Eddie doing. We know what Eddie doing. So you see what is happening right now on the social media. So I'm gonna turn it over to you to Trill Dollar Bill. What's your reaction to Shakur Stevenson basically clowning Valdez for his tea and his workout video, and then Jake Paul jumping in saying he got steroids in his meat? We know what Eddie's doing.
That's cool. You got to get in there and fight. Don't joke. This ain't Jamel Herring. This is a different kind of fighter. The memes and all that is whatever. Why you think that Oscar Valdez put that clip up? He know what y'all was saying. He put that clip up for a reason. After he did that vicious knockout, that's when they started saying there was something in the tea. That was a subliminal, letting you know that he's going to knock you out like how he did Miguel Pacher. That's basically what he's trying to tell you. He's coming with that type of energy. You got to be prepared, because to me, this is your biggest test. You moved up and you asked for it, and now you got it. I think you got all the skills to beat Oscar Valdez. But I also think that Oscar Valdez has the skills to beat you as well. Mm-hmm. So we're set up for a compelling fight, and I'm not going to drag this on because we're going to be talking about this more later on, and I have stories that I want to talk about with both gentlemen. We're going to get into those on later. You know what I'm saying? To break down these fighters with who they really are. But I just want to tell Shakur Stevens this. Less clowning, more training. Because this is going to be a different type of fight. And this guy's really going to test you. And I think that everybody should tune in, because it's going to be a wonderful fight. And it's a 50-50. If you ask me, I just think it's a 50-50.
All right. Salute the dollar bill, Conspiracy G.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna knock Shakur for poking at Valdez. I thought it was clever. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, we want to make sure that coffee's clean. You know what I'm saying? So, and you know the Jake Paul thing, jumping in on Eddie Reynoso. I just think those are just unnecessary jabs. But when it comes to these two gentlemen, I haven't seen Shakur slacking in his training, you know, but he is vocal on Twitter. That's just who he is. So I'm not necessarily against it. And I thought it was clever. So, you know, hey, man, it is what it is, man. Valdez, I think he knows people gonna always come at him for his drinks. You know what I mean? So people want to make sure you ain't got too much caffeine in your coffee, you know? So it just is what it is, man. He'll be all right, man.
All right. I'm turning it over to the TBE.
Man, I love it. I love the banter, but Shakur, stay focused, man. Oscar's no slouch. He's no grouch, and he don't live in a trash can. So don't sit here and try to downplay this fight like it's something like it's a walkthrough fight. Like I'm gonna tell you, this is gonna be one of the biggest fights of your life, and you come prepared, man. If you know he on that tee, you better be on your yeah, you better be on your coffee because you better be on your energy drinks and your Gatorade because, gee, fix your face.
Yo,
I,
fix your talking points. I don't know. That was just
yeah, I was going
I
to
thought
jump
that was
somewhere
dope.
and
I
I
thought that
lost
was
it.
dope, man.
Thank you,
Personally.
thank you, thank you. But Shakur, like I'm gonna tell you right now, this is not an easy fight, man. Oscar is 31-0, and you're still undefeated, and you're young. But don't let yeah don't let yourself be gullible to the fact that he's beatable. Like this man has done he's standing the test of time, and you gotta understand that. Like respect your elders and understand your elders before you think you could just walk through them.
Go ahead, Kaden. Explain this one.
Yo, what's understood don't need to be explained,
Facts,
especially by me.
facts,
I understand you,
facts.
man. That's all that
Thank you,
matters.
thank you.
Yo, truthfully, here's my thing. I think this is a huge step up for Shakur Stevenson. And I think that this is what Tro was alluding to before. I'm still not sure that this would be a step up fight for Valdez. Yet it remains to be seen. Shakur Stevenson has been touted as being a defensive guru and one who gets hit the least amount of times out of all fighters, and that's fine. But the level of competition he's been doing it against leaves much to be desired. And even in his step up fight with Jamel Herring, it didn't look like Jamel Herring even tried to go in there and scratch the dude. It was just, I was very disappointed with Jamel Herring's the way he went out. Especially with it being touted as like he's the older brother. I think of like, my older brothers, and I think of like even the kids I like mentor, and I see like some of them get good, some of them end up coming like 6'6" or whatever. Man, it'll be a cold day in hell before they beat me that easy in anything. Be a cold day in hell before they beat me that easy in checkers. It just won't happen that way. It's just like, I'll flip the board. I'm just saying, like, my man didn't show any type of resistance, anything whatsoever. Just let Shakur walk all over him. Valdez is a different type of animal, different type of offensive arsenal, different type of skill set than anyone he has ever seen. And I agree. This is definitely a pick 'em fight for me. I still don't know which way I'm going to lean toward this fight because I believe that Shakur Stevenson is athletically gifted. He has a good boxing IQ. He's able to do a lot of things that many people cannot do in a ring. However, Valdez is athletically gifted as well, although probably not as athletically gifted as Shakur Stevenson, but has great timing, great punching power, decent speed, high boxing IQ. And, Shakur has never been hit with a shot as clean as I think Valdez will land on him, because I think Valdez is good enough that he is going to land quite a few good shots on Shakur, and we're going to find out what that chin's like. And as I pointed out, the punch stats number shows he barely gets touched, so we don't really know at this point. So if I knew what Shakur can do, if I knew his threshold for pain and punishment, I would be able to give a better prediction for this fight. I'll be more confident in making my prediction for this fight. But because I don't know, it leaves a little bit more for me to just this is a pick 'em fight. But I can say this based on my experience, guys who are reluctant to take risks the way Shakur is, typically end up not having good chins in the end. Because even when Shakur is murdering someone for 7 rounds, he's reluctant to step on the gas and take a few just to get the guy out of there. And so in my mind, I'm trying to figure, is that just him being extremely cautious, or is that him trying to cover up for a bad chin? I don't know. I'll give my predictions at a later date. But I will say this. The whole T situation, that's one of Valdez's lowest moments in his career. And of course, like, he's already gotten past it. He was still allowed to fight. It was explained and it's been done away with. But Shakur needs to remain focused. I'm okay with him talking to trash. I really am. Like, boxing's about trash talking. So Valdez can talk his trash too. But I'm just going to remind Shakur of a little something because, you know, just in case I pick him, I need him to be on his P's and Q's. So Shakur, remember this, Shakur. Because you know what it's like to be a meme, and you know what it's like to suffer a devastating defeat. On the biggest stage, when everyone was watching you and rooting for you, you took an L. You're about to be on that stage again. Remember what that feels like. So I say all that to say, this is your chance to write this picture. This is your chance to change what happened to you during that fight. So it's cool to mark your opponent. It's cool to talk trash to your opponent, but this ain't Jamel Herring. And if you get too focused on the trash talk and bulletin board material, you might be leaving that ring looking the same way you looked on that night. So this is the big time now. So remember that you ain't just going to dish him and then steamroll him like you did Jamel Herring. I forget the other fighter where you was dating his sister at the time and you talked all that trash to him and whatever, and you were able to beat him easy. This is a whole different ball game. I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, I'll salute you, bro. But I'm saying less chatter and more action, because I think you in for a hell of a fight this time.
Hell yeah, definitely. With Oscar Valdez. Please like and subscribe. Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please check us out on Instagram and Twitter, and also check out our podcast on all major streaming services. We are the Boxing Bros.